Alright, y'all, how's everybody doing today? I refilled my coffee cup with some hot chocolate. So what is this? Squid Game. I've heard people talk about this. I don't watch Netflix. So this is a Netflix series? This video is by the Asian Theory. I've watched one of their videos before and I enjoyed it. So I saw this in my sub box and I was like, this might be interesting. So I don't know anything about it besides that I believe it's a Korean drama kind of series. I don't know. I really don't know anything about it. All I know is I saw it. I saw Instagram posts about it. I saw some friends that don't know anything about K-pop or South Korean dramas or whatever talk about it. So it must be interesting. Squid Game, overrated, or the best K-drama ever. There's spoilers. Like the video. 94% of y'all are still not subscribed. I'd really appreciate it if y'all hit that subscribe button. Enough wasting time. Let's see what this is about, because I don't know.
Oh, come on, this is 12 years of POG experience.
Years of academy training.
Wasted.
They said 12 years of POG experience. What are they doing? I'm not sure what they're doing. They're throwing paper down at other paper?
Oh, so close!
But I mean, my
What?
POG is player of the game. How's my little POG chop?
Yo, wait, what's going on now? Why are they slapping each other now? What's going on?
Ready?
Oh, they're acting.
Unless you guys have been living under a rock for the past month, you guys have no doubtedly heard of Squid Games.
I've heard about it. Yes. I've heard of Squid Game, but I don't know what it
You've
is.
seen the memes, you've seen it on social media,
When people ask how I'm doing, finally, me starting Squid Game versus me after finishing.
you've seen it on people's Instagram stories, you've seen it on Netflix recommendations. It's actually #1 on Netflix today. It is the hottest new survival drama from Korea. So today I'm actually joined by my brother, Mike. He's actually a writer and he's actually going to be starting his own YouTube channel as well. Say hello.
Hello.
It is about
Hi, Mike.
this one guy. His name is Song Gi-hoon.
And he's a deadbeat?
He's a deadbeat. He's a gambler. He's addicted to gambling. He steals money to gamble from his poor old mom.
And we catch him in a really bad day. It's his daughter's birthday. And just a bunch of bad things happen to him. But we're also kind of given the idea that
So this guy's an absolute idiot, and it's his daughter's birthday. He's stealing money from his mother. All right.
this is a regular day for him, too, as well. Like
And eventually, at the end of this day, he loses all his money and he's super
Are they injecting him with meth?
down on luck. And eventually, he meets this guy in the subway who's played by Gong Yoo, who is the guy that plays Goblin in Goblin. And he's also the guy from freaking Train to Busan.
Yeah.
And he plays this game with him, which is a little children's game, which is basically the Korean version of Pogs. I don't know if you ever played. In America, we played a lot of Pogs. Played a lot
What is Pogs? I don't know.
of Pogs as little kids in America. And so it's the Korean version
Oh, is that where you slap each other in the face? Oh.
of Pogs. Eventually, he wins. And at the end of the game, he's given an invitation to join the Squid Games. He doesn't know it's called the Squid Games, but he's given an invitation to join some
Yo, it's like Smash Bros. Where you get your invitation to be in Smash.
kind of game. And, seeing as there's nothing left to lose, he takes the invitation to go play the games. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
I want money. I
And
like
it's-
money. And I like gambling.
And it starts off really weird because they get all knocked out. So you know from the very beginning something's weird about this
It's pretty
game.
funky.
Yeah.
And so him and 500 other gamblers, criminals, and just people in debt are put into this room and gathered together to play the Squid Games. So they play the first game, which is called Red Light, Green Light, which is an innocent children's game.
That's literally. That's the kind of games they play, or is it get? Oh, it's just
Simple.
seamless.
When someone says green light, you go. When someone says red light, you stop. And if you don't stop when they say red light, then you are eliminated. And in this TV series, what it means to be eliminated
Just to actually get...
Before he says it, I think he's gonna say it. It's death, right? Is it death?
is to actually literally die. And in this case, by sniper fire. And eventually,
You get sniped for 262 in the head. Oh man.
the
Tough.
rest of the contestants find out like, hey, this isn't just some crazy kids game. This is actually a real game with real consequences. And they all freak out and run to the exits. And because they're running, obviously, when the person said red light, they also get shot and mowed down. And by the end of the
Oh!
first game, more than half of the 456 contestants are mowed down and dead. And the contestants, you know, they obviously don't want to play this game where they have to risk their life.
Wow.
And so they all make a vote, and they're like, hey, we want to go home. The contestants, when they go back home, they find out that life actually wasn't as good as they thought it was. And, you know, maybe...
Or rather, they have less to live for.
maybe the games actually aren't that bad.
Yeah.
So they all make the decision to actually go back to the game.
You go back to the games? Bro, what's so bad in life? You moved. You moved and you got shot. You got sniped in the head. For moving? During red light, green light. And you go back. Bro.
Games again, this time knowing that they're risking their life, but they're doing this with the knowledge that they're playing for $38.7 million.
I don't care how much money is on the line. It ain't worth dying, bro. Oh, man.
That's the game, right? They're going to keep playing
that's
more.
That's the Squid Games. And they keep playing more and more games until it narrows down to 3. And of course, you know, it's a predictable K-drama. Obviously, the main character wins. He wins the money. But because of what he experienced and what happens after the games, he's led into this very depressed and sad state that he doesn't even spend the $40 million. He kind of just holds on to it.
That's Squid Games. It's
You know, I would be too, because you see, what, there was 500 contestants, and everyone died except for you, pretty much? And you won the money, but at what cost? People had to die for you to get that money. That ain't worth it, man. It ain't ever worth it to risk your life for money. Like, you know what? Like, I shouldn't say that, because everything nowadays is risking your life. You could get killed at any moment, but something like this would never be worth it, is what I'm trying to say.
You know, it's a survival drama, right? Which is from a long chain of survival dramas. You could say that survival dramas are pretty popular right now because of our current world climate, right? Like the idea of having
like
to fight
trying
for life,
to get money,
yeah,
even if it means risking your life,
is a literal thing that people are doing right now. As far back as the original survival drama, and if you say Hunger Games, you're wrong because
don't say Hunger Games. Don't say Hunger. It's not Hunger Games.
It's Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, which was a Japanese manga.
And that's how I was introduced to the genre, was Battle Royale. We're just watching these high school students who had been declared...
Never heard of Battle Royale before.
...as social rejects were forced to fight these death games with each other to get off the island. And you can see this naturally leads into Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, Death Race.
Yeah.
Alice in Borderland is a really popular one if you guys haven't seen it. It's also on Netflix. Netflix is probably already recommending that show to you if you watch.
Am I the only person on Earth that doesn't watch Netflix? Let me know in the comments below. Who watches Netflix? Is it everyone but me? Probably.
Squid Game. So Alice in Borderland, this TV show reminded me a lot of that. And also kind of reminded me of the Saw series.
Shaq? Shaq?
For me, it was really similar to
Shaq!
Gantz, where you take social rejects after they've died. So these are people who have no place in society, and after they die, they get to compete in these like really twisted games to gain points to come back into society.
Whoa! Is this animation or is this? I can't tell.
Because in Squid Games, they give them the option to leave anytime they want if they beat a vote, and that's the same thing in Gantz.
Alice in Borderland or Squid Games? Which one was better?
So
at least season 1 of Alice in.
You know, people can sit down and binge watch a show or like binge through a video game. Man, I just not like that no more. I've never really been like that. Like I don't get bored, but I guess I need to do a variety of things. I need to keep switching what I do during the day. Like, especially during the pandemic with all the time just sitting there, it was hard to just do... It got really boring to just do one thing. Like, even though, like, during school, of course, I'd rather be home playing 2K all day or watch a movie all day. But then when you're doing that every day, I can't do it no more. I don't know. I lost that fuel for it. I can go play basketball every day, but I can't watch or play games all day.
Borderland, because that's all we have.
I
access
will
for.
say that at least Alice in Borderland made more internal logic, right? Because Alice in Borderland was it was admittedly weird. Like the whole point was it was already weird. So, but at least internally, so in the world, the things that was happening made sense, right? Like weird technology makes sense because these are aliens or whatever. So it's okay that
It's like that girl fighting in a bikini. She has a cigar in her mouth or a cigarette.
it's okay for these weird contrivances to happen. But in Squid Game, sometimes the rules seem very like inconsistent.
It's just up to the prison guards.
Exactly, right.
Whatever
So-
they feel like is right.
Yeah, but even just like the first game, the red light, green light. It's like,
That robot thing is mad creepy. That's all I gotta say.
okay, so there's this sniper, and he can magically make headshots every single time, and he can like.
How's that different than like magical lasers that come out of the sky?
Because because in Squid Games they're pretending to be in the real world with real world physics, but yet here we have a high powered rifle that can obviously shoot from very far away based on the reticle and the way they shot the scene, but it has no penetration. Nobody accidentally gets shot behind, and then also the people dying. Like apparently you can trick them by pretending to die, or you can die later. Or the definition of dying in certain games is kind of iffy up to the person's rule, which is how certain people are able to, beat the game, right? Like, for example, the marble game, Cho Sang-woo kind of like breaks a bunch of rules so that his ploy can work. Anyway, so there's a lot of contrivances in Squid Games, and at least Alice in Borderland was internally logical. For me. How about you? What did you think?
I think just story-wise,
This thing they're talking about, Alice in Borderland, I have no idea what it is. No idea. Let me know.
I liked Squid Games a little bit more.
And you are right. Squid Games has really great writing from the main character's perspective, which I didn't get in Alice in Borderlands, right? Like, yeah, he likes to play games with his friends. Cool. We set up the character with a truth and a lie, right? His truth is that he wants to love his family and appreciate. He needs to learn to love and appreciate his family, right? Like his mother, his daughter, etc. But his lie is that if I have enough money, I can become a better father, right? Like he says that several times, like I want to be a better dad, but he's a deadbeat dad, right? So and by the end of the story, he gets his lie. Here's all the money that you can possibly spend, but it doesn't give him his truth because his daughter has moved to the States, his mom has died, right? Like he realizes like all the money in the world's not going to make me not be a deadbeat dad. And then you see him like, oh, I'm going to.
See, now, personality and you could have as much money as you want in the world, but money doesn't necessarily mean happiness. And if you can't mentally change yourself, you're not going to change. Like, you got to tell yourself you're going to be better, You can't just sit at home and expect everything to come to you. You can sit at home and have $40 million, sure. But how are you going to use that $40 million?
Try to change, but he doesn't really because he gets pulled back in. So yeah, you're right. The
You can use that $40 million to go drink and party every day, which, hey, if that's your thing, cool. Or you could, I don't know. I think there's better things you can do with $40 million. That's just my opinion. I'd buy a house for my parents, for myself, for my brother, for my future kids, down payments, pay off everything before anything.
The writing, as far as the main character is concerned, and the arc he takes is way better in Squid Game for sure.
For those of you guys who have watched both, which one do you guys think is better? Alice in Borderland or Squid Games? Let me know in the comments below. So obviously, how this TV show is set up, it's meant to be a commentary on society. It's a social commentary.
And it's very on the nose, right? Every person is worth a certain amount of money.
You are worth 100 million won.
Which is how much?
Which is about $80,000,
which is a really sad commentary, right?
Not really that much.
No, I mean,
it's an.
You're only worth 80 grand. Someone's life is worth $80,000, bro. That's nothing. Like I know some of y'all 80 grand. Okay, if you had 80 grand in front of you right now, you had a lot of money. But for someone's life, you cannot put a dollar amount on a life.
Obvious social commentary about poverty. If
It's a TV show though. It's all good.
if you don't have any money, then life is really horrible. And if you are in poverty and you are poor, it's very hard to get out of poverty. Unless you win the lottery, like winning the Squid Games, or unless you're born into a wealthy family, sometimes it's almost impossible to climb out of your social class, which is what I guess Squid Games was trying to tell you or show to you.
Yeah, and the main characters of Squid Games are like a cross section of Korean culture, right? Like, so you have a normal working person. You have what we would call like a higher class person in Cho Sang-woo. He's a genius. He's college educated, right? He's like the star of his family. You have a North Korean defector. You have a migrant worker. You have a thug. You have an older lady that's like down in her luck and has made poor choices. So yeah, you're trying to, and you have the old man, of course, who has his own secret. So yeah, you get like this cross-sectional view of society, and that's what a good survival drama does, right? Like it takes these cross sections of people and reveals more and more about them.
So yeah, it's showing like, yo, this dude, this girl, no matter what the age, it's trying to show like all demographics in poverty, and it's true. Like, doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, what your gender is. You could be in poverty, you could be rich. It don't matter. So I guess that's a good thing. It's showing that. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You know.
For me, I really actually was not satisfied at all with the ending. The ending, I don't know if they did it on purpose, but they put the main character in a way where he didn't really get anything good at the end.
Well, and this is a tragedy,
this
right?
is probably done on purpose.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
I think it was trying to show the irony of how, he went through hell and back. He went through all these crazy games, and he did it all for his daughter, supposedly all for his daughter and for his mom. But maybe it was really just for himself. And the irony of it is he went through all of this and he doesn't even get to, share his winnings with his daughter or his mom.
Well, and I think that's what makes it tragic, is because he spends his entire life, he risked his life literally for his lie, that money can solve everything. And after he gets all the money he could possibly want.
Exactly. Money can't solve everything. You know what, man? Like, you give me millions and millions of dollars right now. And yeah, I'd have fun for a while, for sure. I would love it, but it can't buy me a family, And that's like, ultimately as a man, I want to raise a good family. No matter if I have $2 in my pocket or $1 million. So, that money don't matter to me.
He realizes that it doesn't give him what he really wants.
Unless I got a family.
In the first place, which was a daughter that he could love and the respect and taking care of his mom, like he doesn't have that. And all the people that he could have been friends with, he's killed or watched killed. Now. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I would say that actually is a good part, that they actually made the character suffer, and you the watcher.
So you liked how it ended.
I liked that part of the ending, but the second part, where it was all part of this international game and the game he plays with the old man at the very end, I didn't like that part. I thought it was super contrived. I was like, no, you ruined a perfectly good ending by trying to give us more twists.
I don't know. I don't like how they made like the little twist where, actually the old guy is the main bad guy. And I'm just like, come on, dude. And another reason I didn't like it was actually kind of the appeal of Squid Games. It was just really dark. No, actually, like the actual.
Don't people like a lot of shows with dark plots? I'm being honest. I feel like stuff that's really dark either gets hated on or it's loved. So I guess that's why they're saying it's either the best or it's overrated.
Brightness and luminance of the TV
color
show
grading,
was dark. So there were times where, like, if I wanted to watch a certain scene, I literally had to like stand up and walk towards the TV. There was some.
Oh, he means dark like that, like literally in color. Oh. Okay, never mind.
Scenes where I was just like, what the freak's happening, dude? Like the scene where all the lights are coming on and off, it's just like flashing, where everyone's like trying to kill themselves in the dorm. Okay, before we end, if you were given $38.7 million, okay, and you had to spend it right now, fun answers only. No paying back debt, no investing, no buying houses. What would you spend $38.7 million on?
I don't think that's a number that I can't even, like. I really don't know. Probably to find a PS5.
Man said to buy a PS5. I feel that.
That's probably how much they're going for on eBay right now.
I would use my $38.7 million to start my own K-pop group. No, actually, I would use.
Isn't that investing though? He said don't invest. He said just okay. I guess.
I would use my $38.7 million to buy Luna. Alright guys, what would you guys spend your $38.7 million?
I mean, he didn't say he couldn't buy cars. I'd probably buy a Lexus LFA. That's my dream car, guys. A Lexus LFA. I don't know what I'd do with the rest, but I know I'd do that for sure.
Also, what did you guys think of Squid Games? Did you guys like it? Not like it? Why?
So yeah, y'all let me know if you've watched Squid Game. Squid Game? Yeah, Squid Game. Let me know if you watch anything on Netflix, because like I don't. And let me know what you do with all that money, that $38 million, $33 million, whatever it was. Let me know in the comments below. Squid Game looks super weird, and I honestly, like, by weird, I mean, like, it's interesting. And it looks like people would really enjoy it. I don't know if I'd enjoy something like that. It seems out there. It seems out there for me. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Cue the outro. Wait. Oh, I'm out of hot chocolate. Dang it. Peace.
You wanna